What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Odd Chopper channel. I'm your host, Mike, and this is Best Bets for UFC Vegas 77, Holm versus Bueno Silva. First off, I've been gone for a couple of weeks in Vegas playing some tournament poker. Very sorry. I apologize for that. I haven't been putting out videos because the internet there was very, very choppy. But going back to the one I did put out a couple of weeks ago, we did go 2-1. We hit our dog of the night in Cedric Dumas at plus 155. We won our best play of the night also on the under between Onama and Santos, but we did lose our prop of the night, and that was Brandon Allen by decision, where he went ahead and stopped his opponent. This week, three plays. Hopefully we get in the positive again and keep a winning streak here. But before we go on to our plays, I do want to shout out our sponsor, Bet365. And currently, you deposit $10, you bet $1, and you get $200 in bet credits that you can use on this very UFC Vegas 77 card. Also, there's a link down below for our Discord. You get half off your first week. You get to interact with a bunch of sharp betting minds. I also put out my entire UFC Vegas 77 card on there for the subscribers. And yeah, go ahead on there, click that link down below, join our great community here at the Odd Chopper Discord channel. With that being said, one more thing before I go on to our first play, actually, hit that like down below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and once you're subscribed, hit that notification button so you can get notified for all our videos here on the Odd Chopper and in all the major sports markets. So hit that notification button, get notified, watch our videos, and hopefully make you some money. With that being said, we'll move on to our first play of the night, and that is our dog of the night in the main event here. It's Bueno Silva versus Holm. And I like the Silva money line here, currently on DraftKings at plus 150. It's just that, this fight should be a lot closer to pick 'em here. Holm, she's pushing 42 years old here. Not a spring chicken here in the MMA game. And, she came off an impressive win last time against Yana Santos. But Yana Santos, in my opinion, is probably on her way out of the UFC. Holm lost a split decision before that to Vieira, which I do think shouldn't have been a split decision. It was a clear Vieira win. And like I said, now she's pushing 42 years old. She's turning 42 this year. She's facing a girl in Bueno Silva, who's a lot younger at 31, who's on a 3-fight UFC winning streak, who's looked really good, and her only loss prior to that was to Manon Farrow in her previous, 5 fights. So this girl's getting better. She's younger. I think she has a lot more power on the feet. She's the way better jiu-jitsu grappler here. And if Holm decides to take this fight to the ground, Bueno Silva is extremely dangerous on the ground. She's a black belt. She's got a bunch of submissions on her record. And right here, plus 150 just doesn't feel right here. I think this fight, like I said, is more closer to pick 'em. If not, Bueno Silva is a slight favorite. So we're getting a good price here. Bueno Silva money line plus 150. I think she has the attributes to win this fight. She's got good clinch work where, Holm likes to clinch a lot on the fence, and Bueno Silva might make her pay here on the fence. So give me Bueno Silva money line this week at plus 150. You can currently get that line on DraftKings. Moving on, second play of the night. It is in the Albert Duraya versus Jun Young Park fight. And this is my favorite prop of the night. Albert Duraya by decision, plus 350. And hear me out on this one. Albert Duraya is 16-4, and he has 2 decision wins in the UFC. Both of his wins are by decision. I don't think he is much of a finisher, to be honest. Like, he has some grappling, he has some decent power on the feet, but Jun Young Park is not easy to get out of there. I know He's been submitted twice, but he's been submitted by Anthony Hernandez and by Shavkat Rakhmonov, who are levels above in the submission game compared to Duraya. The other loss in the UFC was the one to Gregory Rodriguez, where he hurt Rodriguez, but Rodriguez came back and stopped him. Now, Rodriguez is a much better, cleaner striker than Duraya, has more power than Duraya. And in this fight here, you could look at the attributes. They're about the same. Duraya has a little bit of a reach advantage. He has a decent kicking game. And the thing here is, I think Jung Young Park is extremely durable. I think this is going to be a close fight. I think this fight hits the scorecards. And when you're giving me a guy like Albert Duraya at plus 350 on by decision here, it just doesn't make too much sense to me. This fight, when you look at the over-under on this fight, it's minus 155 over 2.5 rounds. So the bookies are telling you this fight's going to hit the scorecards. And I don't see why Duraya is plus 350 here by decision. It does not make sense when you look at his money line at plus 135. I think more like plus 250 would make sense, but plus 350, we're getting a dollar extra in CLV here, in my opinion. So let's go with the Albert Duraya by decision of plus 350. He can possibly land takedowns here. He will throw a decent amount of volume on the feet. And he's shown decent cardio in his last fight, where he got a split decision win against a much better striker in Chidi Njokuani than Jung Young Park is. So Albert Duraya by decision plus 350 is where I'm going to go here for my favorite prop of the night. Before I go on to my favorite play of the night, again, guys, links down below for our Bet365 promo. Deposit $10, bet $1, get $200 in bet credits. Also linked down below for our Odd Shopper Discord channel, half off first week. And also down below, oddshopper.com, which is our site there where it gives you percentages. Your ROI is on bets. It gives you where you can find the best sports book in the U.S., where you can find the best play with the best odds. It gives you just a bunch of information where you can go through there. And with that there, you do get 70% off your first month. There's a code down below. Hit that link. Just scroll through that channel. That oddshopper.com is absolutely incredible. I use it all the time. Believe me, guys, you won't regret using that. So 70% off first month. Get in there, click that link, and get that first month for 70% off. With that being said, we will move on to our play of the night, and that is in the Francisco Prado versus Ottman Zaitar fight. And I like Francisco Prado here at minus 112. This guy is 12 years younger. This guy came off a short notice fight last time out in a guy that to me has a lot more rounded game in Jamie Malarkey. And, he showed good in that fight. Yes, he lost the fight, but he showed decent cardio for a late second replacement. This guy is young. He's very hungry. He has a bunch of submissions, albeit against low-level opponents. But this guy can take the fight to the ground. He's got decent wrestling. He's got decent jiu-jitsu. And he's fighting a guy that's an absolute one-trick pony in Ottman Zaitar, who absolutely got killed in his last fight against Matt Frivola. Now, this guy, he's only fought once in the last 3 years, which is a concern. This guy's 33 years old. I believe, this guy was on some kind of, supplements here before he got into the UFC. Now he can't do them anymore. And he just doesn't seem like he's the same guy on the regional tape. The power is still there. This guy does have power, but he's not as fast with his punches. He kind of looks labored. I don't think he has the best gas tank. And Francisco Prado, 21 years old. I think the UFC is trying to give him a win here. This guy's a young, up-and-coming fighter. Not the best fighter, but I think he's getting better and better. He moved to the Goat Shed in Florida, which is a decent fight camp. He's not training in Argentina anymore. And I just think here he can land takedowns. He has power on the feet. Ottman Zaitar, showed he can get knocked out last fight. And I honestly think Prado takes this fight to the ground, kind of dominates in the ground game. He also can do work on the feet. He's the taller guy, albeit he has a 2-inch reach disadvantage. But I like all the attributes here at basically a pick-em price. And I have Francisco Prado comfortably at -160, -150 range here. So give me Francisco Prado by money line at -112, currently on Bet Rivers or Unibet. You can go get that bet there. That being said, we will go over our 3 plays of the night really quick here. First play is on the Bueno Silva money line at +150, currently on DraftKings. That is our favorite dog of the night. Our favorite prop of the night, it is Albert Duraya by decision, +350, currently on DraftKings. And our favorite play of the night, it is the Francisco Prado money line, -112, currently on Bet Rivers Unibet. So that's all 3 plays, guys. Thanks for joining us here on the UFC Vegas 77 Best Bet Show. We will be back next week and regularly here as I'm back home, hopefully crushing these cards and giving you guys some winners. So thanks for joining us. Check out those links down below. Thank you very much. And like I usually say, let's cash those tickets for UFC Vegas 77. See you guys next week and good luck.